The next 3 poles are still in the ground. Then the next pole is out. Then there's 1 that's in the ground. Then there's 2 that's out. Then there's 2 that's in the ground. Oh.
From exploring and seeing the vast oceans on our planet, and now I'm into probably the greatest and most strenuous journey that I've ever undertaken. Partnering with my blind friend Chris and building a house. We've got a guy who's busy leading this build who can't tell a straight line from a skew line. This can't be a recipe for success, or can it?
So Riaan's taking on the role of foreman. Basically, he's going to be my eyes. I just want to get stuck in and prove that a blind man can do anything that a sighted person is able to.
I guess when we named this building Blind, we wanted to be honest about what we were going to do. But when you say it over and over, it gets scarier and scarier. We are going to be building blind. Proudly brought to you by Everite, home of Nutec, building solutions that you can trust.
Yeah, the brick lane has basically been, it was a bit tricky because we just started laying the bricks and then we got some really hectic rain. So we had to stop and we had to pump out the water and wait for it to dry. This entire foundation that's behind me was underwater. It was like a lake. And the conservancy tank has still got water in, even though we've pumped it 2 or 3 times, we've pumped it empty. Yeah, that's the other problem with building with a cement-based brick. When the brick gets wet, it's a lot heavier. So as you lay bricks one on top of the other, the weight is a little bit more than it should be, and then the bricks move and they slide. So you really need your bricks to be relatively dry. Your sand and your cement mixture, everything needs to be quite dry and obviously conditions. So winter is a tough time to build. It's not for sissies. Today we're fixing the fence. We're finally getting the last of the poles in, and hopefully this is the last time that we have to fix it. We're also filling with this G5 and G6 material, which is a coarse gravel that's got no plant material. It's a compactable stuff. And getting ready for a slab in a week or 2 weeks time, depends how long it takes us to get to that point. This is a gravel, and the G6 is one that's got a bit of stoning, which doesn't matter for the bottom layers. So it basically allows us to compact it, and it'll hold its shape. It'll stay where it is, and go really hard so we can cast a slab on top of that won't crack.
The exciting thing is that the building now is actually going up. Chris has always joked that we were busy digging holes down, and that's not how building gets done. You know, we need to be building up, and we've got the bricks laid. You know, I've learned a lot over there as well. It's nice that Chris laid that first brick. It's symbolic. It's him building the home. The next step, I guess, is for us to make sure that that sand is compacted in the slab area. Shane, can I take this one also? Yeah. I'll take it for you. A nice full one. I think there's sand or the soil, it's like a mixture that they pour in there, which is going to cost money again. It's listen, you have such a cushy space behind a computer screen and a cell phone that taking 2 wheelbarrows alone already takes your breath away, you know. So yes, these guys work hard, man. It's admirable, you know. People who aren't lazy always win my admiration. Eh? Stone, sand?
Stone, 3 sand, 1 bag cement.
42.5 or 32.5?
Yeah, because the 42.5 gives you a stronger end result.
1 portion cement, so
Yeah.
2 bags of cement for 3 and 3.
What does it say on the bag?
1 wheelbarrow of cement, which is 2 bags of cement, goes to 3 sand, 3 stone.
3
So
stone.
I want to tell everybody watching Building Blind that it was going to happen one day on this build where the blind guy was going to tell the builder how to mix his cement. And it's just happened. Did you learn something today, Chris?
Yeah, but we don't bother, you don't really bother with that.
It was very funny. I was standing chatting to Riaan, of course, and Riaan said to him, so what actually goes into a batch of concrete? And then Chris made the mistake of saying 1 bag of cement instead of 1 wheelbarrow of cement, because a wheelbarrow is actually 2 bags of cement. And yeah, I guess, you know, he just has his team do it. He doesn't work with it every minute. I'd just literally been doing it. That's why I was. It was at the top of my mind. I think he shrugged it off. Just had a laugh at it. It's all good.
Okay, cool. Okay, but I was.
This is using it to plant poles. I mean, it doesn't affect.
Don't be defensive. Don't be defensive. I know.
So we eventually had to bite the bullet. Had to hire a guy. It's a friend of mine's fiance, and have him come in to be my eyes basically, and rip down the 2 sides that kept persisting with their problems, and replant the poles using proper concrete this time. Not all companies are like Everite. You need to put a lot more cement with your sand and stone to make the same strength mixture. Their product has been around for a long time. They've perfected it. You know that your concrete's going to be good, strong and solid. It's going to take a tornado to rip it out now. Sometimes people mistakenly buy the cheaper brands or the ones that are less strong, and then their yield is much less because, of course, they'll follow the instructions on the bag, and then they'll get half the amount of concrete they actually need for the job.
Yeah, cool. So when the aliens come back, the guys who built the pyramids, when they come back to Fisher Haven in 2,000 years, they're going to see this
I
house.
think there's some of them here already.
So I had the opportunity to actually see and feel what it's like to be a blind guy, take Chris's cane and then feel my way around. So I had a goal. I said to myself, stand where they were standing, get into the property, past the container, which is a large enough gap to be able to get through. And then my goal was just to get up one of these ramps. Now, if you see the footage of me actually finishing up, I thought I was on that ramp over there, and I landed up being on this ramp over here. That's how, and I thought I walked through here. I didn't think I walked through there. So I don't know how Chris does it. It's just, sure.
I mean, the ugly truth of it is that I'm a little bit scared because I know that we're a month behind where I thought we would be. And I allowed that month because of weather. I had it there like in the back of my mind. But I've spent double what I thought I was going to, and this is where we are.